welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about what is new at the drugstore. So there are so many new makeup products. I've picked so many new products up that I'm going to be testing and trying out for you guys. So be sure, if you have not subscribed to my channel, that you hit that subscribe button, because I have a ton of videos coming your way reviewing all the new products that are on the cosmetic market. Today I'm doing a little bit of a first impression on the Ulta haul that I did, and I will link that video down below. If you didn't watch it, it will be in the description bar so you can see everything that I got in my latest drugstore and Ulta haul. So let's test out some new products from the drugstore. I picked up a ton of new things. You probably saw it in my last haul. I will link that video down below if you want to see what I got. It's all going to be from the drugstore except for a couple of brushes. Let's see what we can come up with these new products. So I think for this video, I'm going to test out the new Dream Velvet by Maybelline. This is their new foundation that they came out with, and I'm in the shade Nude. So this is supposed to be a soft, matte, hydrating foundation. So let's see how it does on my dry skin. Tucker's trying to eat my makeup as we speak. So to apply the Dream Velvet foundation, I'm going to use Dream Blender brush. So it's the first time I've used all of these things. So let's see how this guy does. There's a bunch of directions on the back, so maybe I'll read those to you guys. First, dab a small amount of foundation onto blender. Pro tip: before use, wet and towel dry blender for lighter coverage. I kind of need full coverage, so we're not going to wet this blender. Use sides to blend in a circle on cheeks and outward on forehead, nose, and chin. Use the tip to blend around nose, mouth, and under eyes. I have a little bit of the Dream Velvet by Maybelline on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to dab a little bit on there, and this is going to be dark, but that's okay, we'll make it work. I'm just going to start applying this on my cheeks where I need the most coverage, and I'm not going to apply the primer or a primer. So what I'm seeing right now is that this is definitely a light coverage foundation and very matte. And this sponge is soaking up a ton of the product, probably because it's not wet, but it said on there for full coverage to use it dry. So it's not too terribly dark on me. It's actually a pretty good shade. So it's just barely covering my imperfections, but it feels like really cooling to the skin, which is nice. So I think I would like this better if I just applied it with a brush. So maybe we can try that next time. So it looks like this is gonna take like a long time to actually blend into my skin. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of extra coverage on my cheeks, and I'll be right back. First impressions of this foundation, I just have a little bit left I'm gonna put on my chin, but first impressions are that it's definitely accentuating every single pore that I have on my face. Like right in here, it's really accentuating my pores. It's making my skin look very, like, way drier than it already is. And like, I'm not noticing that it's clinging to any dry patches, but like it is definitely like totally accentuating my pores and making me look really aged and super just like dry, and like there's no luminosity to this foundation whatsoever. So that is 2 layers of foundation of the Maybelline Dream Velvet. So I didn't have any concealers on hand that were my shade right now from the drugstore. They're pretty much all shades that I would use in the summertime. So I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever HD concealer and just apply a little bit of this in the places that I need some light. So up under my eyes are a good place to start. And you just need like the smallest amount of this concealer. I'm going to add a little bit of this to the center of my forehead here, on my chin, just to kind of even out the highlight a little bit. So I'm going to use my Dream Blender by Maybelline, and I'm just going to use the part that I haven't really used on the foundation and just blend out that concealer a little bit. So it's like getting into the crevice of my eye really well. And the pointed end is good to get like around the corners of your nose, but it only gets like a tiny area. So that's like why it's hard right now for me to use. Picked up the CoverGirl True Blend Bronzer. That's a mouthful. And it's really, really pretty. And let's see if we can get it open. I got the shade 200 Bronze. It's kind of small, but let's see how it works. I'm going to use my MAC 129 and just swirl a little bit of this and warm up the face. So a little bit on the cheeks. I love this brush for bronzer. It's so good. I'm going to do a little bit on the bottom of my chin. A little bit on the jawline. And I don't need to set that foundation because my skin is already dry, so going straight to bronzer is okay with me. But you totally could use a great powder would be Maybelline, the Fit Me powders. Those are wonderful if you wanted to set your foundation or concealer. So this shade is actually really nice. If I were any more tan, I definitely would want a darker shade. But for me right now, I think this shade is really, really pretty. I hope it's picking up on camera the way that it looks in person. This has a really pretty gold shimmer to it. So it's really nice. I'm going to go in with my new CoverGirl blush. This is the True Blend blush in medium rose. It's a beautiful light rose shade. A really pretty pink. You can see it right there. I'm just going to use that same 129 brush by MAC. Any blush brush that you have will work. I'm just going to take a little bit of that, dust off the extra, and apply that to the apples of my cheeks. You can see that show up okay. So this is like a perfect everyday blush. If you just want something to wear to work or school, for days that you don't want to look like you have a ton of makeup on, this is going to be the perfect shade for you. So that is the blush applied. Really pretty, but it is like sticking to that foundation. I got a few of these Color Tattoo stick eyeshadows, and I love the ones that are in the little pots, so I wanted to give these a try for just like a quick everyday look. These are great to just like throw in your purse, and you know, you can touch them up throughout the day. So I got the shade Truffle Bronze, and I also got the shade Barely Beige. So I'm going to use the Barely Beige on my lid and then go in with that bronzer and just deepen up my crease a little bit, and we'll see how that turns out. I just want to do a very simple eye look today. Something you could achieve with like essentially 1 or 2 brushes. I don't want to use a ton of brushes. This is it right here, a beautiful gold champagne color. I'm just going to take this all over my lid. So I'm going to pull my eyelid just a little bit, and then just add that directly onto my lid. I do a little bit in the inner corners of my eye. Now that we have the Barely Beige put down, let's go in with a little bit of that bronzer that we used before, the True Blend bronzer. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. Any brush will do. This one looks like a MAC, but I'm not even sure. But I'm just going to take a little bit of that powder and run it through my crease. This is a perfect look if you are running late, and this is also a really good look if you are like going to work or school or just running errands. Like, this is a foolproof look. So taking a bronzer, running it through your crease, a stick shadow, I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. And it's really, really simple, and I think it looks good on everyone. As long as you blend out that crease, that bronzer in your crease, I think you're good to go. So it's just very bright-eyed, really pretty bronzer. Now that we have done our eyes, I'm going to go in with and just do my eyebrows really fast. A really good drugstore eyebrow pencil is the Maybelline Define-A-Brow, but I have this new It Cosmetics brow Brow Power Universal Eyebrow Pencil that I wanted to try out. So I hope you guys don't mind that it's not Drugstore, but we can see how it works together. I'm just going to use this spoolie that's on the other end and blend that out. It's really good. I hope you guys can see that. It's just like a really natural brow. So those are the brows done. I really am liking this eyebrow pencil. It's really good. So I'm glad I picked that up, and I think it was like $12, so not bad. I'm gonna pop on some Ardell Wispy lashes, which are my favorite lashes from the drugstore. They are the perfect length. They give you just enough pizzazz without you looking totally unnatural, so they're the perfect lash for me. So I'm gonna pop those on and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on, and now I want to do my lips. So I have a few different options. I could either do the Ombre Lip Duo by NYX, or I have two of these Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colors. So I have two of these and this. I think I will line my lips with the Ombre Lip Duo, and I have Old 01 Ginger and Nutmeg. So let's see what the liner side looks like on this guy. Actually pretty dark. So I'm going to do a really light hand with this guy and just barely do the outline of my lips. Okay, so that is super dark, but super, super creamy. So I don't know how the lasting power will be on that because it's so creamy, but we will see. So I'm gonna apply the Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color in Seduction, and hopefully it'll lighten up that lip liner. I'm gonna go like directly over that lip liner too. These feel so good on the lips. So this is the final look. I think it turned out really pretty. So for my final thoughts on this, on all these new products, I think the Dream Velvet foundation is just not a winner for me. If you have oily skin, you may love this, but for my dry skin, I do not want to look any older than I already am. So this is a total bust for me. With that being said, the CoverGirl blush and bronzers are a total win. I love these. I'm gonna pick up the other shades that they have when I head to my local Target or Walmart, because these are really, really great to have in your makeup collection. I think everyone needs the Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colors. These feel so good on the lips. They are not drying at all whatsoever. They're not making my lips look very like liney or like crepey or anything like that. They're just sitting so pretty and kind of smoothing them out, and it's really, really nice, and it's not so matte that it's going to get like that crusty look. So it's just really, really pretty. I really love this. These shadow sticks are a total win, you guys. I want the entire collection, and for how affordable these are, you can totally have the whole collection and not feel like a total crazy person. So I love these. I think these shades are really great that a lot of you probably need in your collection. They're barely beige, and the bronze truffle, definitely really, really good. This little sponge, I think totally I'm gonna either just like give it to my sister or chuck it because it did absolutely nothing. I love my beauty blender, and I'm gonna be trying out a new sponge that I found at Ulta, so be on the lookout for that video because I'm really excited about it. So I hope you guys can recreate this look at home. I hope you found something maybe that you wanted to try out that's new at your drugstore. As always, please check out my blog. It's just arielsnyder.com. The link is always in the description bar, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye!